This is the Dodgers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello and welcome to the Locked On Dodgers Postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Place to hang out when every game is done. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. The Locked On Dodgers Postcast comes on right after the game, and we bring you instant reaction. Hold on, I have to send this to another couple of Locked On channels, Locked On Sports Today and Locked On MLB. I hope I can still do that. Save changes. Yeah, cool. It worked. Let me just start all over. Hello and welcome to the Locked On Dodgers Postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. We give you instant reaction here on the postcast when the game is over. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. Tonight's episode of the Locked On Dodgers Postcast is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet $5, and if that bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Download the app today. Well, they pulled it out by hook or by crook. But is it okay if I'm not feeling good right now and I'm not excited about this? And I'm like, this was just too uncomfortable. And once again, the OJ, just Evan G, laughy emoji and the pointy finger. That was not the one I meant to click on. I wanted the one about somebody hitting the nail right on the head, the real 005. Bullpen trash. Exactamundo. I'm just not feeling good about the way this went down today. I will say this one thing, and you all know, most of you know how I feel about Blake Treinen. Not a fan in any way, shape, or form. But that guy that came out that looked like Blake Treinen tonight sure as hell didn't pitch like the Blake Treinen we've seen of late. And Alden Gonzalez from ESPN commented on the sideline that in Seattle, that last outing where he struck out the side in a rout for the Dodgers, allegedly Treinen found an arm slot. Okay. Proved it to me tonight. I came into this one pretty hot about the decisions that Dave Roberts and the Dodger front office made for the roster. I do not, unequivocally, do not understand a variety of those moves, okay? And I don't think I've ever said that before. I've never looked at a roster and said, what? Excuse me? What? WTF? Are you kidding me? Really? Like so many times, okay? The first one, you kick Clayton Kershaw right in the sack? Seriously? I'm like, that is just brutal. I mean, I guess they could be saving him for the DS. That one, you know, okay. I know he's old, but he hasn't been ineffective like Tanner Scott, like Blake Treinen. So again, Treinen, maybe I was wrong about. Maybe he figured something out on that one outing. Okay. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he pitched well tonight. All right. But Enriquez is garbage. You keep Enriquez around and you kick Bonda off the roster? Seriously? You have two reliable guys, Vesia and Bonda, and Sasaki now, who's a surprise addition of late. And you send both of those guys packing? I don't get it. And then you put Dean on the roster as a defensive specialist. And what did he do tonight? He comes in on a fairly routine fly ball and bounces it off of his chest, trying to dive on a ball that doesn't need to be dived for. Like, what the hell was that? I'm like, there's so many reasons that this game is not satisfying for me. Yes, we opened up a can of offense, tying a Dodger franchise record with 5 home runs. Awesome and fantastic. Love it. But this team cannot win a game with offense alone.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Shohei, Teo, back and forth. Co-players of the game. Let's give it to Teo because he had one more hit and one more RBI. Although Shohei's second home run was an utter moonshot, a complete blast. 450 feet. Holy cow. That one was 454. That was one of those Shohei, like, this is exactly where I was wanting the pitch, and you threw it there. And he just obliterated it. That came in the 6th inning. Teo, 2 home runs, 3 hits on the night, 4 RBI. So he's locked in. Nice job for him. Shohei 2 for 5, 3 RBI, 2 home runs, 2 runs scored. Mookie had a pair of hits. Freddie had 2 hits. That's fantastic. You know, you can't ask for much more from those 2. And of course, Mr. September, October, Kike Tober. I wish that was better. Like my headline, OHTANI. Now that's brilliance right there. OHTANI tonight. That was the offense. Kike Tober, Kike Timber doesn't work. I'll never forget. I was in a meeting once, way back, you know, when I first started doing sports radio. It was a promotional meeting because I was the promotions director, and my program director wanted to do a promotion in October because you've heard of it, like when you do music radio, they always do Rocktober. Talk stations do Talktober. That makes sense, right? My program director wanted to do Recliner-tober. I'm like, you can't just put a word in front of Tober and make it a promotion. It's ridiculous. Recliner-tober. That's not a thing. There's no pun there. I was so mad. And I wish Kike Tober was better. It's not. It's terrible. It's just as bad as Recliner-tober. But Kike is Mr. October for the Dodgers. Apparently, because it's not October yet. But, you know, Shohei and Teo are as well. We'll give them the 1 day benefit of the doubt. 10-5 the final, by the way, over the Reds, who tried to find some rhythm, tried to rally. They did to a certain extent. But look, let's be honest. Those were gifts. And I the other thing I'm beside myself about, and I really kind of just, I'm flabbergasted over, is Vesia was not good. Like, Vesia is way up on the trust tree. Hence the reason he came in. I'm sure Dave Roberts was like, yeah, we'll put Vesia in and that'll be that. And then, you know, I don't know. Maybe Trinan's higher up this trust tree than I believe. But yeah, that 8th inning was a disaster. They threw like 50 pitches or something. Vesia 22, Enriquez 18. That's 40, and Dreyer 19. 59 pitches. Holy balls. That's embarrassing. Enriquez's ERA, I'm going to tell you after the break because it is too good to be true. It's laughable. Holy cow. Wow. But yeah, when you look at what the potential is for this team, it's complete infinity. Like Enriquez's ERA. There, I blew my tease. Their potential is wide open. It's open-ended. It doesn't, who knows? Because it all depends on what the bullpen does, right? The offense could put up 12 runs and the bullpen would make it interesting, right? The starting, 2 of their 3 tools, 2 of their 3 things, offense, starting pitching, and relief pitching. 2 of the 3 are very good. The bullpen is utter trash. I mean, it is disgusting how bad it is. And I'm just like, I don't know what to think or believe. You better pitch well, Nando, or I'm going to be all over him. Nando says Pete was not impressed that Ohtani didn't hit 4 home runs. Absolutely impressed tonight. Jesus, Peter, what the PTSD does this bullpen relive trauma every time they step on the mound? I don't know. I don't get it. They can't get out of their own heads. They are just mental midgets. Oh, I can't say that anymore. mental little people. I don't know what the term is anymore. I think little people is acceptable, but yeah, the lights shine too bright on most of these guys. Tanner Scott right now is his own worst enemy. Blake Treinen seemingly has been. Tonight he didn't look like that. He looked like a dominant pitcher, like the Blake Treinen we used to know. Tonight, 17 pitches, 2 Ks, 1 hit. Got out of it. So I look at this and I say, I don't know. Enriquez he gave up 1 run on 1 hit. He did strike out. No, he walked 2 with the bases loaded. Gave up 1 run on 1 hit. The 2 runs that he gave up were charged to Vesia from walking them in. Infinity. I love the sideways 8. Although on ESPN, they have to put INF. I'm all, why does it say infield next to his ERA? They don't have a sideways 8. 10-5 the final. They get it done. We turn to tomorrow. Yamamoto will get the start. When we come back, we're going to talk about Blake Snell, who was fantastic today. That dude deserves a gold star. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, where you find Travis Rogers Monday through Friday and after the games during the postseason, just like us here on the postcast, breaking it down. So it's 2 different viewpoints. So if you are not a fan of what we do here on the postcast, make sure you check out Travis Rogers Monday through Friday with the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast on the Locked On YouTube channel, Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. And now Nutrafol is the official hair growth partner of Major League Baseball. You've probably seen 1 million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like that actually works. There are so many products out there, it's hard to know which one is actually going to do anything. That's where Nutrafol comes in, and that's why you should take a closer look at Nutrafol. You can feel great when you look great. And you can feel good about what you're putting into your body, since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF content certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. See thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months. Nutrafol. Tonight's episode also brought to you by FanDuel. The NFL season is here, and FanDuel has an offer for you that you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet $5, just $5, and you'll get $300 in bonus bets if that first bet is a winner. No pressure. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app as long as you can keep it rolling. Free money is the best kind. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and get started. Dodgers with a 10-5 win. They hold on. They had it all rolling. Shohei Ohtani leads off. Sorry about that. I have this stupid button on my mouse that is the back button, and if I hit it, it takes me out of the damn studio. Anyway, Dodgers with a 10-5 win. Shohei Ohtani leads the game off with a home run. Nice piece of hitting there, 118 miles an hour, 375 feet, and it was one of those perfect middle-in pitches right in Shohei's hot zone, his wheelhouse. Then Mookie came up. Both T and Teo got hits in the first inning, so they were off and rolling. Then they put up 4 in the third inning, which was, just comfort. But I said this to my buddies. We were texting back and forth all night. I'm like, 6-0's not enough. Although it barely would have been in this one. It needs to be 8. That needs to be the run lead for this bullpen where we can feel comfortable. But even then we were like, what the hell? We were starting to think, this doesn't feel good either. Teo got his second home run in the 5th. Shohei his second in the 6th. Rortvet singled to left. Call scored to make it 10-2. And, that would be ultimately the end of the offense for the Dodgers. Tommy Edman had a nice piece of hitting as he and Teo go back-to-back jack. That was fun to see. And the Dodgers had plenty of offense. Yes, we'll take it. That's what they need to keep doing. The question becomes, can the bullpen hold up? Do we have to score 8 to 10 every night? The Phillies are rating right around the corner, and the Dodgers have not fared well against the Phillies. On the Cincinnati postcast tonight, I can hear them saying, listen, the Reds have lost 5 of 6, now 6 of 7 to the Dodgers this year, right? So, this is an uphill battle for them. Same goes for the Dodgers against the Phils. I don't know what you can do other than make better decisions about who you're putting in there. I'm sure if it was a tighter game, Enriquez does not get the call, right? Vesia, I would believe that he comes in these higher leverage situations. Jack Dreyer also very high up on the trust tree. So you got to make better decisions ultimately, but you look at the rest of this and say, I don't know how the Dodgers win a tight game. I really don't. Because the bullpen, the starting pitchers go out there and dominate and hand it over to the bullpen. And we all sit there with one eye half open going, oh, really? Okay. Are we going to be able to get through this one? Or are they going to walk the bases loaded, hit a batter, score a few runs, and then give up, because they're so wild that they have to throw the ball over the plate. The opposition is aware of this. They're like, all right, they're down in the count. They're going to throw a strike right now. And sure enough, there it is. Boom, base hit, run scores, 2-run score, whatever. Tonight, the Stevenson double only scored De La Cruz, which was kind of surprising. Sorry, that was in the 7th. I'm talking about who had that single up the middle. Steer. Yeah, I thought they would have scored that extra run there, but they held them on third. De La Cruz walked to score the 5th run, which would be the end of the scoring for the Reds.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Turning point would have to be that 4th inning when the Dodgers put up 4. 3rd inning, rather. Yeah, that's where it got comfortable, and they built a big enough lead where, all right, we can kind of screw around a little bit here. And, the Reds did make it interesting. One of my friends predicted a Dodger 10-7 win after it was 10-2. They weren't far off. So, yeah, the turning point was that nice, comfortable cushion. But that's not always going to happen. The fact of the matter is that the Dodgers played great offense. The bullpen did what they do and let the other team right back into the game. But that's the way they're going. The question I asked on the title of the show, are the Dodgers built for the fall? I don't think they are, because bullpens win series. Bullpens win World Series. If they have a switch, sure, they flipped it tonight and they came out gunning, right? Putting up runs. That's what we need to see. And the starting pitching obviously has been fantastic. And it was again tonight. Blake Snell, 7 innings, 9 Ks. He had everything working. The curveball, the slider, the changeup. He was striking guys out with everything and just dominant. Through 6, he given up 1 hit. Things kind of got a little touch and go, a little shaky there in the 7th for him. But, 6 shutout innings. He had 9 Ks through 6 and just 1 hit. He leaves the game 7 innings, 2 runs on 4 hits with only 1 walk. Exactly what you need. And by the way, what happened to all the talk about Shohei starting game 1? I thought it would be Yamamoto. You guys informed me, no. Roberts has mentioned and commented that it's going to be Shohei. Was that just a misdirect? Was that just a sleight of hand? Like, look over here. Oh, no, it's Blake Snell. Look, the Reds are terrible against left-handed pitchers, so it makes sense. I get it. But why did they wait so long? And why do we hear all this other stuff about Shohei? I can only assume that it had to be misdirection, that, get the Reds thinking about something else. But Snell was fantastic tonight. He wasn't effectively wild, as they say. I thought he was just locked in. I mean, absolute big time pitching tonight from him. And I'm sure we're going to get the exact same thing from Yamamoto tonight, followed up by shaky bullpen performance. So get ready, because that's what it's going to be again, right? Unless it's a little bit tighter, and the guys that they bring in will be different. But if Vesey is shaky, I don't know what to think, because he's, as far as I'm concerned, he's been one of the best in the bullpen for the Dodgers, along with Jack Dreyer. So, hopefully we can get more of the same from Treinen, and we don't see Enriquez again anytime soon, because that was just awful. But anything can happen. Anything can happen. That's why you play the games. The Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. We come on right after the game and we break it down for you. Evan was in there first, as usual, talking trash. Oh, call me when you beat a real team. Evan is a Yankees fan. Call me when you beat any team, Evan. Bases loaded, no outs, and your team can't even hit a fly ball against former reliever for the Yankees, Aroldis Chapman. If there was a guy that you want to beat, it's him. How old is he? Like 40? And you can't even hit a fly ball? Don't talk to me about winning meaningless games. In the postseason, they're all meaningful. And a win is what you have to get. So your team has 0 of them. So save it. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Pete Fox, I'll be back tomorrow, right when the game is over, just like tonight, right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, where you find Travis Rogers Monday through Friday. Don't forget, with the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate the comments as always. Take care. Have a good night. We'll talk tomorrow.